and type secret words and the art will respond to you. And I'm building bots and all kinds of things to make art unforgettable, constantly changing and interesting. So these are my passions. You'll see soon. I'm going to open the floodgates, fully open the world into my music world. I've been keeping it to myself pretty much since I entered the space because I was trying to figure out how to do it right. My background in music actually comes from Hollywood, and I worked at record labels and all the hot recording studios in LA when I was a young girl coming up. And I realized very early that the industry I so wanted to join was very broken. And
Mm.
I made myself a promise not to release anything until I had figured it out because I understood that no song really had a chance in the landscape that I was observing. So I've come to that place now where it's getting ready to come free and it's such an exciting time. We have these really amazing collectives and collaborations that come together, wonderful things like DAOs and organizations that make it easy to find the information that we need and to do our best and to do well together. So I feel like it's the most exciting time, and I'm so bullish on all of this, all of the layers.
All of the layers. I love that. Well, I'm super excited to hear more. I'm sure we'll get more into it, but definitely want to say hello to our friend Adabody. And yeah, let's hear your intro. Welcome.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. Of course, my name is Adabody, and it's
Wait,
a
hold on.
oh,
Sorry. I want to
mm-hmm.
make sure. Do we all hear him loud and clear? He sounds very low to me.
Let me
I
do
would
some
love it if your
adjusting.
volume was just a bit higher.
Yeah, I want to
How
make sure
about
everyone
now?
hears your background.
Higher,
Can you hear that?
higher,
Yeah.
Okay,
Gain,
good.
gain, more gain, more gain.
higher.
Even more? How about now?
Better, Ada.
Okay, great. Awesome. So, my name is Adabody, and I'm an audiovisual artist. Started in music, and that's like my main thing still. But I'm also big into animation, 3D modeling, 2D, 3D, frame by frame animation. But I also have a very wide range with my music. I do everything from orchestral to trapped, EDM, hip hop. I kind of like to explore a lot of things, and I as like a service, composer, I would, my first thing that I wanted to get into is film composition. And so for a lot of my work and the things that I did, I was, doing music custom for people, for commercials, for video games, for different gigs I'd pick up from, independent artists. And from that, I actually got a lot of experience from a lot of different things. And so now I kind of incorporate all of that into my music today, whether it's, a very cinematic scene or I like to lean more into electronic. But I do a little bit of everything. I mix it with my visuals. And as the name is the name says, an audio visual artist. So a lot of my art and when I perform, it's meant to be played with the visuals behind me to help tell the story, because a lot of what I make does not have lyrics, and I do that on purpose to have like visual messages to portray what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I like to play a lot of different instruments. One that I've been doing a lot for Web3 is playing my Native American flute. I love that flute, and I also have a couple other flutes that I play as well and I bring with me. But I also play guitar, I play piano, I play drums, I whistle, and I do a lot of creative things. Kind of like everybody here, I'm big time into the arts. Me and my wife, we run a production studio where we make custom animations, music, all kinds of stuff like that. But we also collaborate all the time for our artistry as well, where she does a lot of the drawing because she's an amazing drawer. I can't draw like she does. The way I make my visuals and even animations, I do everything through sculpting and through different manipulations with the 3D software. But my wife Nisi, she's the one who draws the things out a lot of times and makes me my assets that I can animate and do things with. So we're all the time collaborating together, and whether that's for artistry or for professional work. And yeah, I got into Web3 about 2022, and since then, my whole paradigm of how I think about everything, of how we can get paid as artists, but at the same time grow different businesses, and then at the same time have provenance over, the different things that we could do. It's just been very nice. It's been a breath of fresh air compared to the old industry, especially in the music industry. There's just so much, lack of hope because everything is falling apart because it's not working to a great degree. I mean, there's a lot of things that do work and a lot of things that you can do, which I do explore still. But I've literally been shifting everything into Web3 because of all the opportunities that are coming out about it, all the great people that I've been meeting, and all the ethos that is going into the bringing the profits back to artists. I'm also a co-founder of the ZAO, which is, we do just that, where it stands for Z Talent Artist Organization, and the big goal is to bring the profits back to the artist, and by empowering them through knowledge of blockchain, of knowledge of, and also even getting into the knowledge of even production itself. So I believe in empowerment. I believe in open source. All the knowledge that I've gotten from what I can do has been basically open source. I mean, I have had to pay for some of my education, but a great degree has been from good people who put out the information that I was able to absorb and practice. And so I try to do the same, where I'm an open book. I tell people anything, if they have questions, basically anything they would like to know, because I want to build as many bridges and ladders as I can to get everyone up together with me, whether that be knowledge of Web3, whether that be knowledge of music production or animation or any of those types of things. I try to, be that person to pass the baton to people who would like to, are willing to learn and would like to know that stuff. And and so I'm also a big time, proponent of taking on opportunities anywhere that you can, because I feel like that's especially where we can reformat our perception of how to market ourselves and present ourselves in Web3, because with all the new technologies, if you want to do the same thing that you did in Web2, that's great, but there's so much more that you're afforded in Web3. And there's opportunities at the yin yang that I try to let people know about. I'm all about it. I'm all about, like what Creatress is saying, there's so much problems with physical work, and I'm a digital artist. I do everything on the computer. Everything that I have is digital. So the fact that we have a place for digital artwork to be more valued, and for it to have a place for people to see it as a fine art, it makes me ecstatic as a person, because it's been a big problem for people with digital art for a long time, because the whole idea of I remember the first memes and how well they did, like the Rainbow Cat. I actually know him a little bit, but his story is incredible because he had made such an incredible meme of the Rainbow Cat, and everyone was using it, couldn't monetize anything until NFTs came around. And so the fact that he's able to make some kind of income off of that and get something from all that exposure just goes to show that, yeah, we're shifting towards digital things being actual, real, valuable assets. And I'm all about it. I love to build it. I'm all about supporting it and doing cool things in it, because I believe everybody in here is just incredible visionaries. And I'm excited for every day.
I love that. I love the thing that you said about passing the baton, because that is what our show is about too. It's about passing the knowledge down and everything that we're learning ourselves, and we're constantly learning here, diving in and trying to just share the knowledge with everyone. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to hear about what you guys are working on too together, the three of you. I think there's a fourth person also involved. Are they coming on the show, or is it just... Do you know, Creatures?
This is the dream team today, but no, we will give them a shout out. We'll give a shout out to Danny, or Danichi, how I like to call her. Denisi to some, Danichi to others. Danichi reminds me of Da Vinci, which is how she explained it to me, and I'll never forget that. So I'm sticking with that. She's my Da Vinci. She's one of the collaborators in this performance that we're going to talk about. Amazing artist. Adam, maybe I'll let you talk about her, just because you did mention just a couple of things. You guys do work together, but we've got Danichi, and then we also have Clay Jean. I guess I could just give a little intro to him. He's a violinist, and he also is a rapper. So sometimes he blends rap and violin in a lot of his songs, but he's also got a lot of original songs that are just violin. He also sometimes does covers of contemporary songs, which is pretty freaking cool. And yeah, he's just an incredible performer. So we're super excited to have him on the team and collaborate with him live on stage. I've collaborated with him once before, not on stage, but we did get to collaborate. And Out of Body has also collaborated with him. So now we're bringing all 5 of us together. Yeah, Ada, you want to give a quick intro to Danny?
Yeah, of course. Denici, and Nisi, depending on the day and your mood, right? Um, she is she's my other half, my wife, and we've been together. We're high school sweethearts. We've been together for longer than we've been without each other. So it's getting up there. But yeah, she is an incredible artist. Like Creatures was saying, she started off with pencil and paper. She liked to sketch things, so she would look at things and be able to basically print it by looking at it. And fantastic. I mean, just stuff that I would just be so blown away with as she would be going through her notebooks and even criticizing it too. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But I kept not pushing, but suggesting you should get on the computer and do this stuff digitally. There's like a lot more you could do. And this is before I knew how to do Blender or any type of graphic design. And I was just seeing her talent. And, we kind of like played with it back and forth, maybe. But one day I got, took the plunge and got her a drawing tablet for Christmas. And, set it all up and tried to figure out what we could do to get it going. But she ended up, because I knew computers and everything, I figured I'd learn it a little bit and then I'd teach her. And, it's years later that I fell in love with the whole visual arts as well. And, in learning it, I wanted to do some things myself and got into all the things. But she has also blossomed in her own right, too. It's funny because it's the things that I don't like to do are the things that she really likes to do, like the building of the assets. She's really good, like I said, drawing. Those vector drawings are very difficult to draw because with anyone drawing with vector, you'll find out real quick you can't smudge, you can't erase, you can't do things that you can normally do in a lot of other classic drawing programs. But with vector, and it's like a double-edged sword. On one side, it's really hard to build those things and those assets like that, but afterwards we can do all kinds of manipulations to it and make it animate. So that is her forte. It's doing frame-by-frame animation. She draws each frame by hand, one after the other, just like Disney animators and all the sorts. And it's very tedious work, and I just so much bravo to her. She's really good at Blender, does 3D sculpting, and she's getting more into 3D animation and sculpting. But right now her biggest forte is that 2D animation and doing things in the grease pencil on Blender. But for this project, she's getting into other things too. I'm quite proud of her, and I think they're coming out super awesome. Can't wait to share more about that.
Awesome. I love that. Love it. Well, so it seems like there's 5 of you total and part of this project.
Yeah.
I'm really enticed to actually want to start getting into the bits and pieces of what this project entails.
But no, you gotta wait. You gotta wait until the segment. Just kidding.
We have an agenda.
I know. We got an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. All right, next up on the agenda, we finished the intros. We're going to Happy Chinese New Year.
Yeah, I was trying to go into the Happy Chinese New Year when you were having some technical difficulties, but we'll run it back again. Happy Chinese New Year to everyone on stage and to everyone watching. We have about 143 people watching across our YouTube and X channels. So yeah. Have you guys celebrated Chinese New Year before or into it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm ethnically Chinese, and so I've celebrated Chinese New Year since the day of my birth. Also, because Chinese New Year always falls on my birthday week. So my birthday is February 7th, and I'm just so lucky. There's always mini festivities. So yeah, I'm all about it. It's all up in me. I'm all a part of it, and I love it. I love it. It's like it's one of my earliest memories is seeing the dragon, literally in Chinatown, downtown Los Angeles. My
Yep.
parents would take me back in the day when, I actually had my parents together just for a little while when I was a toddler. But I remember that times and how exciting it was. I love all of the traditions and all the foods. I love the red dates and how it's all about good fortune and the little red envelopes and all of these things. To me, it's just like such a wonderful time. It's almost like every person you see who understands Chinese New Year, you see the light in their eyes, and it's just so wonderful, wonderful celebrating. Time to be
Oh,
celebrating. Yeah, that's how I feel.
I
Year of the Snake. Let's go.
Year of the Snake. Year of
that's
the
right.
Snake. You and
Love
I,
it.
Maximilian, share a lot in common. My birthday is also in February. It's actually on Sunday. But
Okay, hold on. I just have to say before we get too far, I love the Chinese like connection here. Maximilian, I think, is officially our the queen of Chinese New Year for this celebration here. Um,
I'll take it.
I was
so
just gonna say,
here's your crown, Maximilian. There you go. That right
I
on.
was gonna say, I was like, I used to celebrate Chinese New Year when I lived in LA too for the longest with my parents. So I have really great memories of everything you just talked about. And probably one of the reasons why I celebrate. I'm not Chinese, but I just love how positive it is and celebrating good fortune. Like why not? Why not?
You're Chinese on the inside. You're Chinese on the inside.
There you go. There you go. I ate some Chinese
And
food. I ate some Chinese food, so I am a little
You're
Chinese on the
Chinese on the inside.
wait, I wanted to say something else. That was a good one. But something I wanted to say was that Maximilian, we gave you a shout out on last week's show. I don't know if you heard, but we talked about the birthdays that we just had in January and the upcoming birthdays that we're looking forward to. So you've been mentioned your birthday if anyone was watching last week, this is who I shouted out as one of the birthday people coming up. So we've got birthdays in February. We've got Valerie first, then Maximilian, then my sister Isabel. So pretty big month for the world, if you ask me. You got
There's a lot of February birthdays. Also Snepsted, there of the founder of the Gamingo project, and also Symbiotech. There's a lot of February birthdays in Web3 space. Lots of them.
Shout
So
out
many.
to the February babies. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. There's Val. Okay. I was like, oh no, did we lose Val? But
my phone died, so just trying to get my charger.
Okay. Well, okay. So quick thing. Let me present one quick photo here from the celebration that Valerie hosted last week.
Yeah. So speaking of Chinese New Year, for San Diego NFT Friends, we had an early celebration for the community, and let me put on stage. Put on stage. We had an early celebration for San Diego NFT Friends, and to celebrate the new year, we put me and Creatress. Thank you so much, Creatress. She was a huge help in helping me decorate the office. So we're at the Edge Wallet headquarters here, which is based in San Diego. And there in the picture, you see Tyler, who is our other co-host of our show. There's layers to this, but he has a family and a regular job, so he can't always make it on our show. But it was such a pleasant surprise to see Tyler in person, in the flesh, with his boss, Lorenzo. I also have Lorenzo here in person. He's always hanging out with me here at the home. But yeah, we had a panel actually that was a cross-chain panel with Cardano. We had Rogelio from the DRMZ crew. If you can put up some of the pictures. Yeah, so we had Rogelio, who was representing Cardano. We had Baron von Hussel representing ApeChain, and we had Alejandra represent Sui. And so each chain actually gifted our community some sort of token. Instead of cash, which normally you do in those red envelopes for the Chinese New Year, I made these custom envelopes that people were able to add the ape chain, and then they were airdropped 10 ape each. So that was awesome. And then I think Alejandra said if you did a post, took some pictures at the event, then she would airdrop you 3 Sui, which doesn't sound like a lot, but actually is $15, around $15 for 3 Sui.
I got some Sui.
Yeah, yeah. And so I'm new to the ecosystem now, so that's a really cool way to onboard. And Rodrigo did some giveaways. So you see that giveaway wheel there. He did a few
ApeCoin to be
giveaways
able to
of NFTs on
participate.
Cardano and some ADA on Cardano. So yeah, you can just see some of the panel there. And yeah, it was a great event. We had custom Sui fortune cookies, custom chopsticks. We had a bunch of Bored Ape beverages from water and tea. So normally we just do like water and seltzers or beer, but we added some tea, which I think I'm going to make a regular thing because it's really nice to have that option, having some hot tea at any event. So yeah, I think I'm gonna add that. But yeah, it was a good event. I don't know, Creatress, you were there. And any thoughts on it?
I was there. I want to say I'm incredibly happy that you had the event, because otherwise I wouldn't have celebrated Chinese New Year. Except maybe a
Oh
little.
no.
Well, I just, it was the perfect push. Not that I wouldn't want to. I would love to, but I don't know that many Chinese people. I don't get invited to these Chinese New Year's parties.
You know them. You just didn't know we're Chinese. That's all.
That, and I haven't gotten no invite from you, Maximilian, for no Chinese New Year's party. So that's all I'm saying. I don't get that many invites. I haven't got that many invites to that. But
We're gonna fix it.
I'm here for it. So yeah, it was a great event. And Val, I gotta give a major shout out to Val for making sure that there was vegan orange chicken, y'all, for the veggies in the room. Yeah, that's can't beat that.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I know.
Up,
Yeah, we gotta have options here. Like I said, not just the beer and the water. We have to have tea, and we have to have some vegan friendly options. So we had some vegan orange chicken on the menu.
I'm here for the
Oh,
tea.
you got my heart. You got my heart.
Maximilian, I got a chance to spend a lot of time with Maximilian, and I think she knows, and I know that we're both into tea. We're tea drinkers, all right. We love to sip on that tea. We love to dish it out. We love to talk about it. We love it. So Val, I second this motion about having tea at all the meetups. If it's between beer and tea, I'm gonna hit tea every time. I don't know.
I'm gonna choose beer every time, but I appreciate the tea.
Adabody, what are you choosing out of the options? I want to know.
Depends. Daytime, I'll have the tea. Later in the day, probably have the beer.
Okay. You know what? It's interesting because I almost would be the opposite. Although I don't drink beer at all, but I'm like, but a tea is so nice at night, like,
It is.
to cozy up with. But I think he's thinking like if he's out and about. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway. Clearly, I go to sleep early. So moving right along, Chinese New Year's was a success at NFT Friends. I got some Sui. I got some Cardano. I actually got a free NFT from one of the Cardano peeps. They're very nice. Also, I hate to bring this up, Val, but I think you might have said Rogelio, and I just want to say it's Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
So just shout out. Sorry and love you.
No, it's something that's weird that happens because Keegan always wants to say something else too, like I think no, I forget what he always wants to say, but I end up saying Rogelio, even though in person, like when I'm speaking with Keegan, I'm like, it's Rodrigo, and he actually corrected me. He's like, the whole time you were on the panel, you were saying Rogelio, and I was like,
oh no.
And shout out to Rodrigo because he didn't correct me once. He was such a sweetheart. I'm sure in his head he's like, "Oh my god, when is she gonna get it right?"
Well, if we're doing corrections, can I also correct myself? Because I said something wrong too earlier today on your show.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when we were talking about birthdays, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, the founder, it's Nakamingos. I always think Jamingo because he always says Gamingo in the morning, but it's actually Nakamingos. And I was like, every time I say it, I was like, I have to get it right. It's always a struggle. Nakamingos, it's Snepsid. We have the same birthday, February 7th.
Oh.
Wow. Happy birthday to Snepsid, who's super awesome, always super sweet and like very supportive, has always been super supportive of me and my art and just in general. Super, super sweet. So happy early birthday. Yes, absolutely. And I think he'll be out in Denver, but we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing I wanted to share was the Nouns Amigos had a party in Decentraland. Let me see if I can pull it up. Nouns Down, amigos. And it got all it seemed to have been very successful. I saw a lot of people posting about it. So I just wanted to give them a shout out because even the Decentraland space was talking about it. Like they had a space, the Decentraland community, and for some reason I can't pull it up. But yeah, they got tagged in like no less than 30 different posts that I saw on the timeline, which are none of these that I'm scrolling by. That's really weird. Let me try one more time. Nouns, amigos.
Shout out to our friend Kimberly, who's based here in San Diego. She's the marketer for the Decentraland, I believe. Was she there? Was she in there in attendance? Do you know?
I think she was. I personally didn't go in, but I just wanted to talk about it because I am one of the DAO members of Nouns Amigos. And I know that this event was funded through a prop, very much like the one that I have with Little Nouns, and that anyone is welcome to propose in Nouns Amigos. You don't need to have a token, which I think is really cool. The only way you can get a Nouns Amigos token to be in the DAO is through making a proposal and having it accepted and funded and pulling it off like you proposed. And then you get a token.
Wow, I love that. That's like, if you have that token, that's like your street cred and everything all wrapped up. There's no buying in with your fancy money. Got to earn your way. It's like being in a gang. I love it.
You gotta do the initiation. That's right.
Yeah, you gotta get jumped in and put in that work.
Yeah, you gotta make a proposal, stand in the fire, see if it'll pass or not, and if it passes and you pull it off, then yeah, you get to have a token and you get to vote on the new proposals. So I got a token. Funny enough,
congratulations. Congrats on all the work you did to get that token.
Oh, she's frozen. I was like, oh, is she going to say anything? She just kind of like stuck. I know she's having some connectivity issues, but yeah.
She melted the internet.
Definitely want to say congrats to Creatress, because I know she's worked really hard on her proposals and everything, and so she's got the street cred.
Am I back?
There you are.
The universe put you on pause so we could give you your flowers because you were trying to roll over that big thing you did. And me and Valerie were like, hold up. We want to give you flowers. So the universe put you on pause so we could do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, it was fun. I'm excited to do another.
More flowers. Say some more good things about
right. This is our cue.
Pop with Nouns Amigos soon.
Creatress is a wonderful person. She's one of my favorite people to see. Every time it freezes, I'm just going to say something nice about Creatress.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the sweetest. I am having major Wi-Fi issues, y'all. I keep having to toggle my Wi-Fi on and off. I don't know what's going on. Sounds like some resetting of the routers needs to happen, but I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to keep moving through. Thank you for the flowers. I received them. I'm putting them in my vase right now. And with that, yeah, check out the Nouns Amigos if you're a Spanish-speaking person or you want to hang out with more Spanish-speaking community. They're really fun. They're cool. They're nice. And they're doing a lot of fun stuff. So shout out to Decentraland. Shout out to the Nouns Amigos. Sounds like they had a great party. And I think it would be really cool to propose an ongoing party or an ongoing event series or an ongoing event where we have performances just streamed. We're going to have a nice long performance to stream real soon. So that's one of the projects that I have in the back of my mind to propose, to get a plot into Decentraland where we can do like a weekly show. Or you send in a 30-minute set that's already recorded. We can go ahead and play it. You can do a little intro to it at the beginning. I don't know. Anyway, that's for another time, but just a little idea I wanted to float by y'all. The next thing on our agenda is Abstract. Abstract dropped. I don't know if y'all saw a bunch of green stuff on the timeline. Pretty smart of them to do green because everybody loves a green candle, just saying. So yeah, that just dropped. I applied, haven't heard back. Yeah, Val has she has explored that ecosystem a lot more, so I'm gonna just hand it over to her and she can talk to us
Yeah.
about her experience.
Right. Yeah. So when Creatress says I just applied, she's talking about the live program. So obviously we are live here on YouTube and X, but Abstract has released their own live in their platform. So they're actually accepting applications right now. They're not there. I don't know if they're going to eventually approve everyone, but I have applied, Creatress applied, and Keegan applied. So hopefully we can get our show
Maximilian applying too.
Yep. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are applying. I think it would be cool to see some performances with the flute too on there, because one of the cool things that Abstract's platform is doing is that for people who are viewing and tuning in, they can gain XP. And there's rumors that as you gain XP, there may be airdropped of more Pengu, I believe. But that's the rumor. I don't know if it's true. But besides that, users and viewers can also tip. So very similar to how you already tip on, say, Farcaster, people can start tipping you either in crypto. I think ETH, Abstract, or Pengu are some of the options I've seen people do. And so, which is pretty cool to get paid and all that. One of the other cool things about the live platform is that the way the algorithm is you get pushed to the very top if you have a lot of views, like people are actually tuning in. And then once you're done with your live stream, the next person comes up. So it's not like, oh, you get to keep staying at the top if you like finished your stream or anything, which I think is cool because it gives other people opportunities to be viewed at the top and all that. And so yeah, I'm excited for it. If anybody from the Penguin team is watching, please accept us. I've seen a couple of friends from the community get accepted. I saw VectorBot Tim get accepted. I saw Teacher from the VFriends community.
Nice.
Yeah, so I know they got accepted. So a couple of friends are in there. But one of the crazy things I saw, let me share my screen. So there's this girl. What's her name? So Crypto T, she goes by Crypto T. So she was one of the accepted. I believe she is a Penguin holder, but you could see here she was tipped 1,000 Pengu, which is around $2,000 US dollars.
Woo!
And so this guy here, Bright Avian, said he had just manifested doing a hot tub stream on Abstract in a Pudgy Penguins costume for 10K Pengu. So I think he's one of the ones who like gave her Pengu to like have her be in a Pengu costume in a hot tub. So I don't know if she's gonna do it, but I don't know. I don't know if you viewers can pay Pengu and make you do some silly stuff. I don't know, but I thought that was
Wow.
pretty crazy.
No.
What's that?
No.
I think Maximilian's answering for herself. No, I won't. I won't do that.
I'm not saying I won't get into a hot tub, but I'm just saying like any silly stuff I do is going to be because I thought of it or I think it's hilarious. But I mean, I come from like YouTube, like when YouTube was back in the times when it was like, that was engagement. But I feel like I think people are looking for more high quality entertainment these days, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to be in a costume in a jacuzzi, then you're probably also going to be saying something interesting as well.
I think the bar is kind of low. It has been set quite low by these Pengu bros. All right. Most people are looking for quality content, but these guys are obviously willing to pay for
Pengu Jacuzzi Coin Talk?
Hey.
Pengu Hot Tub Time Machine. I think that's the actual title.
There you go.
Oh. I was trying to add some value. with the sauce.
Oh, man. Well, good for them, dude. Good for them. I'm happy that girl got the tip, and I'm happy the Pengu people are putting in their Pengu to good use in their eyes. That's that's nice. If you guys want to tip us in Pengu for being amazing hosts and talk show people, guests, creators.eth, bdizzle.eth, maximilian.eth, outofbody.eth. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Well, actually, no, it's not .eth. Sorry, just to correct you, because Pengu is on Solana. So yeah, so you
Okay.
got to send it on
Dot
Solana. If
soul.
it's not on Solana, then on Abstract.
Good call.
For
But if you
anyone
want to
who's
send ETH,
curious,
that's cool too. I don't
yeah,
know.
sorry.
I'm creatress on Solana. I think my @ on Solana is just creatress. I don't know if it works like that. Is that enough?
I don't know, to be honest. Just DM us. We'll send you the wallet, maybe. You know. But
Oh
I
yeah.
just wanted to talk a little bit more about what's going on in the abstract chain. So there's
Okay.
3 different ways to gain XP. So they have builder, user, and creator. So if you're a builder, you know the code. Builders creating and deploying apps. If users are using the app, then builders will receive awards that give them XP monthly. So that's pretty cool. On the user side, so if users are using the apps, every week, so this is weekly, users will get XP and users get to level up. So I've been grinding, if I'm using the apps, I'm upvoting. You can upvote apps and they'll go to the top if they're doing well. If you're playing any of the games or trading, you get XP. So yeah. And then for creators, if creators are streaming on Abstract and they create content, then the users level up as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool what they're doing. And what else is this? So, abstract users earn XP by engaging with the chain and having fun. We strongly believe that exploring Abstract's ecosystem without being forced to do specific actions is key to a sustainable ecosystem, which is awesome. And then there's these badges. So, users on Abstract will be able to earn XP through badges for their participation. There are 3 types of badges: flash badges, weekly badges, and secret badges. So I have been able to get a couple of badges. So just to get started, they say, okay, you'll get a badge if you bridge over some Pengu. If you like one of the apps, you get a badge and stuff like that. So there's some easy badges to get and unlock. And then, yeah, we already kind of went over this, the incentives for builders and creators and whatnot. So definitely go check them out if you haven't. I've seen some mixed reviews on what people think about it. Obviously, there is some, competition, I would say. We've got Ape Chain, we've got other L2s, and other chains, and they're all just trying to be the best and have the most users on it. But I think it's good, it's healthy competition. I think it reminds me a lot of TikTok and how you can, people who go live, you can gift them roses and stuff like that. But the issue is that you got to wait, I don't know, a whole pay period to get your check. And I don't even know how much these creators were actually getting. So I think it's pretty cool that it's up to the user how much they want to gift the creator, and they like their content, and the creator gets it right in their wallet, and do whatever they want immediately. So I think it's awesome what they're doing. As far as like the NFT side, we're still seeing a lot of derivatives that we'll see, across other chains, a lot of derivatives of the Pudgy, of the CryptoPunks, of the Apes. But hopefully, we'll get someone who's actually, a creator, an artist, and really wants to build out a project. That's what I'm keeping my eye on. And for now, I've just been like flipping. I turned $60 to $500 yesterday, which was really awesome. And so yeah, I've just been enjoying the chain and testing it out. So yeah, that's kind of been my experience on the Abstract chain. Have you guys explored it at all?
I have not. Now this is like first news about it. I'm gonna be diving into this a lot as well. I've been lately getting into Thrive, which is,
Ooh.
yeah. I was accepted to be one of their content guardians. So I've been getting deeper into that, and it's like, yeah. So this is like another thing I want to do, get into as well. So this is, I really appreciate you, exposing me to this info.
I love that. Congratulations on getting into their program. I had looked into Thrive. I love Thrive, by the way. So Thrive was actually one of the ones who funded the event, my Chinese New Year event through Thank Ape, and they've been awesome. They're super supportive. But I did see that they have opportunities to go and get paid, through their program. And so, what was it that you got approved for again? What was it exactly?
It's to be a guardian. So they have different positions for
Mhm.
whether it's to approve people who have done different things for the different networks, and so that they can get the grants that they were, or the money that what they were supposed to get through doing that. So they have the different sections for people to go in and verify that they did what they were supposed to do to get those points.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm on the side of like content creation to, verify that those things have been done and all that.
Ah, very cool. And I know, at least from my end, it didn't seem like it was that easy to get accepted because there's a few criterias you have to meet. Either you have to have a certain amount of followers, or like you have to have a certain amount of views on your content or engagement. And they kind of set the bar a little high. So hey,
Yeah,
out of body, if you were able to win their hearts over, congrats. That's freaking
appreciate that.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's definitely, I feel, want to, explore a little bit more because each, you get graded on how well you're able to approve, on your accuracy for your approval rates. And
Mm.
so as you do better, you get more and more things and more difficult tasks to do. And so I just got upgraded to the next level. So now I'm doing things that are a little bit take a little bit longer. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. The way they have everything built out is really awesome. So yeah, definitely worth checking out as well for sure.
Hey, leveling up. I love to see it. And yeah, I did see that you can get paid anywhere between like 50 to $500 for being one of the guardians and stuff like that. So not bad, not bad. Love that.
Guardians of the Galaxy, let's go.
Yeah, it's for the content one, you had to have like 15K and up on Twitter. And I think, yeah, same thing for Instagram. Or you had to have like over 1,000 NFT sales. So what was for me was the NFT sales. So
Nice.
one of the things, if you can get through in one of those categories, then that's have higher chances of getting in for sure.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, I think people are definitely wanting to make sure, people are reputable, and that not just have a lot of money and hey, I can just join this program or whatever. It's like you actually have to have done the work, put in the work, and then you're rewarded for it. So,
Right. I was actually really happy that they had something for the NFTs too, because, my following, it's something I haven't like pushed as much. I've just been like growing in the background, networking, and 2025 is the year that I'm going to be pushing to grow my follow count and to do things like that. But I had made some great strides in 2024 with, especially with Stay Based, that track that I did with Losi, all together with the remixes that we did because we put those on chain as well. Ended up being over 10K mints, and so
wow.
yeah, that was one of the things. Like I had access to all those wallets too. Now they're all my collectors. Of course,
Cool.
this is not just me. This is with Losi, and then also the other artists that made remixes for the track as well. But through that, I was involved with every single one of those mints, and yeah, it definitely was a really great opportunity, and really happy how that came out. But yeah, that was my big thing of how I feel like that was my big selling point to get in.
Hell yeah. Well deserved. You put in the work. And I think right now there's a huge opportunity that I've just noticed in the space where money's coming through. There's a little bit more funding with grants and stuff like that. So for anyone who is a builder, and a builder doesn't necessarily have to be a developer. You can be the artist or an event producer, however you contribute to the space. I have seen some opportunities. So definitely go check out Thrive if you haven't. And also check out Abstract. There's some opportunities there too, to possibly get paid as a live streamer in crypto. So yeah, let's I see Creatress, you have next here about NFT Paris. Do you want to share what that's about?
Yeah, we'll go over that. I'll go over that real quick, and then we'll jump into the prop since the time is upon us. But first, if you could share the screen that I put up just for 1 second, I want to give y'all a quick freebie that I found. I was just exploring the apps on Abstract, and the first one I clicked was Magic Eden. And it took me to this, which is apparently a live mint. It ends in 2 days. And it's technically, it says it's free. It's a free mint to celebrate Magic Eden's launch on Abstract. You do have to pay a mint fee of 0.003 ETH. So I'm like, I don't know if free is the right word, but it's pretty close. So there you have it. I put the link in the comments of the stream. So if anyone wants that, could be worth something, could be worth nothing one day. I have no idea, but it's there and it's free and it's live. So there you go. And then the other thing that I will pull up next is, yes, NFT Paris is coming up. It's the next big Web3 conference on the calendar, even before ETH Denver, y'all. I know we're going to talk about Denver, but like this is first. Paris is first.
Oh,
We Creatress is such a beautiful person. We love Creatress so much.
Paris loves
many
Creatress as
kisses
well.
to
Je
Creatress.
t'aime. Je t'aime, Creatress.
My Wi-Fi, not the Wi-Fi again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
D'accord.
Okay, cool.
Oui,
'Cause
oui.
the Wi-Fi was about to do its thing. Anyway, okay, so I will not be in Paris. Please talk to the founders. Tell them I needed personal invite next time. I didn't get back to me. All right, I tried, y'all. I tried Paris, maybe next year. But my art may be there. No guarantees. But the One Love DAO has secured an exhibition spot, and there is an open call, and that's what I wanted to share for anyone who would like to submit some art. Let me just, I had the link. Where is it? Oh my gosh, here it is. Perfect. So let me just share my screen. But yes, the One Love DAO has an open call. I believe it's for everyone, exclusive.
No,
call.
I thought it was only for One Love DAO artists, no?
Yes, you're totally right. It's right here. It says it right on the thing. So if
I was
you're
actually 100% sure. I was just pretending not to be sure so that you could say yes.
How kind of you. How kind of you. So yes, and Maximilian is in the DAO. So this very much, I hope that you will submit some
Of
art.
course. It'll be my first opportunity, and I so can't wait because I was so impressed, Creatress, with all of the events that I attended in Miami that you were a part of as I followed you around on your coattails, fangirling with you on your One Love DAO big adventure in Miami. It was so fun. So, of course, I'm not going to miss this opportunity to rock with Jenny Pepin. Come on. Big Mommy got doing all the hot stuff. And Carlos, much respect, much love.
Power couple, serious founders, parents, fucking collectors, artists, y'all. Carlos and Jenny are just fucking goals. All right. And speaking of them, I have to say, Jenny herself, from her is one of our sponsors for ETH Denver for our collaboration. That was just announced yesterday.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's just the best. She's the best. So thank you so much for everything that that Jenny and in turn also One Love DAO, because that is her baby, has done. I really appreciate that. Okay, I think we're good on the sharing of this. Well, actually, no, let me share the prop next. Okay, so the next thing is the prop. That's it for the news. All right, you got a freebie. You got an open call for the DAO members. If you're not a DAO member, actually, let me not just put you out like that. DM me if you want to be in the DAO. tell me why you want to be in the DAO, and I'll send you an invite code if you have good reasoning. Which you probably would if you take time out of your day to DM, you know? So if you're like, I want to be in the DAO, yeah, just get in touch with it doesn't have to be me. You could get in touch with anyone who's in the DAO. Anyone who's in it can send you a code and you apply, and then the voting members will vote, and then you'll be in just like Maximilian. So yes, there's an opportunity to join if you feel called to and want to join us. So next up, I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna move into the segment about our little nouns proposal. All right, and here it is. Oh my god, we've got more votes. We are literally officially 10 votes. Oh, sorry. Let me stop.
Yeah, make sure you share the tab.
I know I was sharing the wrong tab, y'all. Getting excited. So as last time I looked, we had like 300 and something, but now we've got 359 votes right here. Right
Wow.
Let's go.
And we need 370 for quorum, which means the minimum amount to pass in this.
So
case.
you've got that costume ready for the hot tub, right, creators? We're gonna get
Yeah,
the hot tub.
There's a thing to that.
Oh, yeah.
So unfortunately, there is no hot tub element to this party, this collab. Although we could throw in an HDRI of a hot tub, and that would be hilarious.
You know what? I'll even make an HDRI. I'll make an HDRI with Pangoos in the hot tub. I mean, I'll even like put our faces on there. I'll even put your face in there. Whomever.
Pengu, y'all got to come through with something. Y'all got to come through with something. We're gonna put you in.
Creators are ready to create. Come on.
Oh my god. Yes. All jokes aside, we are accepting Pengu if anyone wants to send it.
Send it.
The proposal is called Lil Eternal Rhythms Performance at ETH Denver. Let me try again. Lil Eternal Rhythms Performance at ETH Denver by Nolta Shows 2025. It's a bit of a wordy mouthful of a title, but it hits everything.
I love all those words. I don't know which of those words is my favorite, because definitely the Nolta part got me super excited because I love Nolta parties, and like just anything Arthur does is just so spectacular. So I'm super excited about that aspect as well, and the eternal rhythm. Well, enough said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna just go over this very, very quickly because we got to get back to the trenches. The trenches are calling. But so basically what we are proposing is a performance, a collaborative performance that we're calling Lil Eternal Rhythms. And Lil has a few meanings. Lil is obviously, pointing at the Lil Nouns, which is who we're proposing to have as our main supporter, sponsor, however you'd like to call it. But Lil also is like, speaks very much to me because I'm energetically huge, but I'm physically pretty low. So I like that.
That is true.
And I think that rings true for most of my friends, including some of my collaborators, respectfully. Although Maximilian is quite tall, especially when she puts on some heels. So I don't know. She's not quite as little, but she's pretty.
I'm little in the horizontal. I'm little in the horizontal way. I'm real little.
That's what I was going at. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're all little in this universe. If you want to say the entire universe, we're the Lils. We're all the Lil.
That's right. So anyway, that's enough about the title. So this is going to be a journey through the cycles of life and the universe, right? So just like Val said, we are all little compared to the universe, right? We're tiny. I mean, the planet is like a micro sand size compared to the universe, and we are even smaller than that compared to our planet. So like by all means, we're all little. And we want to talk about that, the cycles of life. Like, I mean, what else is there? Usually in the performances that I've had, it's a more abstract, it's a more intuitive improv experience where I'm just feeding off of the energy of the audience and the energy in the room. But for this, I wanted to be a little bit more intentional about, telling a story. So that's why there's, that's why there's a title to it. It's not just a creatress performing in VR. This is beyond that, because now we've got Adabody, we've got Clayjon, we've got Danichi, and we've got Maximilian, all adding to this beautiful experience and story. And we're all playing different parts in the story. We're all contributing our magic in different ways. So I'm really excited. And essentially,
Ooh. Sorry,
yes.
let's read those comments over there on the side. Live music
Oh,
and art.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Those
These are the people who voted
comments.
for us. So 23 minutes ago, this person voted. I'm not sure who it is, but they put live music and art, easy yes. Matt Taylor, lol.eth said, yeah, VR. This is me. I'm not going to read this. Lint Council voted with 130 votes, and that's the
Wow.
Little Nouns Council. So they gave us all their votes, which is super cool. Chompix said yes on IRL events. Evan on Earth said LFG. Mr. Lasagne said yay, supporting artists. That's our homie Tyler. And Zal said, let's go. Super excited to see these amazing artists thrive and can't wait to see them in Denver.
All right, some common themes here. Thriving. Okay. You're the snake. We're thriving.
Hey, yes, indeed. So yeah, that's basically anytime you make a vote on chain, it shows up right there, which I think is pretty cool. And then you can give it a reason if you want. But yeah, we've got a lot of support so far, and it's looking good. And yeah, the plan is essentially to put on this immersive storytelling experience, blending live performance, music, visual art, and technology of many different kinds. We've got VR, AR, and we're taking all these things and we're going to use all these mediums in the performance to explore this theme of just the different interconnected cycles of life and how they relate to the cosmos, right? So there's the micro and the macro, which we wrote about right here. Also, shout out to Adabody, who did a lot of the work when it comes to wording this in a beautiful way. So thank you, Ada. But yeah, so this experience invites you to journey through the moments of creation and destruction, from the microcosm of the womb to the macrocosm of the universe. And I mean, technically the universe is one big womb that has a bunch of planets in it, and us too. So I mean, there's layers to this.
There is layers.
I think that's good enough for me. Ada, Maximilian, do you wanna read any of this? Do you want to share any part of it?
Well, someone has a question?
I have a question. Yeah. I'm familiar with VR and AR, but what is HDRI creation?
It's a good
Do you
question.
want to take that away, Maximilian?
Yeah, you're helping with this part. This is you.
Absolutely, sure. So HDRI is a special file format that essentially allows us to create a 360-degree experience of an artwork.
Cool.
And it's very special because it is like the most realistic expression of a still image that you could have. And there's other ways to make it special, but I think the thing that strikes me most about HDRIs, in addition to it being a 360-degree experience, is the lighting. And it just really has a lot of life. Yeah.
That's cool. So you get to be in a space, and it's not just front facing, I guess you could say. It's all around you and how you move in it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And Val, you've seen so many of my performances. I mean, the thing behind me, that's an HDRI that I made. And I performed. It's the 360 environment that gets wrapped around me when I'm in VR. So as you know, I've made custom ones before, and we're going to use that to tell the story. So this is one of the HDRIs that Adabody and Danichi created, the one that you can see here on screen, because one of the reoccurring themes is going to be the sun and the cycle of the sun from sunrise to sunset. And so,
oh my God, so cool. I love
I'm
that.
working on the womb. As soon as Creatrix was
cool.
telling me about it, I was like, "It's mine, mine! Give it to me! I know exactly what to do! Ah, give it!
Can't wait to see it. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah, so everybody got to pick what called to them. Maximilian was really excited about the womb. I'm like, perfect. You got something. You're gonna come up with something great. I just know it. Let's go. So
The HDRs
Yeah.
are really fun because, like for instance, that one right there, it's actually 7,000 by 14,000 pixels. So it's actually a ginormous image, and so when you wrap it around you, you'll be surrounded by that whole thing. And so we're in the midst of creating them, but also like testing them out too. So, but yeah, the way we did it. And designed that one that you're seeing right in front of you is it's a pretty unrealistic thing. Like I don't think that you could get a shot like that where you'd see the sun rising and setting all within plane like that. But another thing that's cool about HDRIs is it's kind of like a globe but inside out. So if you ever seen a map of the earth and you've seen like how everything is all spread out, and that it's definitely not the way everything's supposed to look because it's supposed to wrap around a globe. Well, it's the same thing, but it's the opposite. It's the inside of the globe that it wraps it around. And that's where you're like, you are in the middle of that now, being surrounded by it, wrapped around. So yeah, it's very fun. There's like a lot of other cool things that we're thinking about exploring too. But yeah, this is a very fun and quickly, just even that too, like we were designing the nighttime too, and when the sun comes out and like the shadows that come out behind the mountains and everything like that. So very excited to reveal more about that because yeah, that one was all done through I programmed it through the shader editor, which is an all node-based system. So the sun going and curving and everything, that's all being done through procedurally and through like math and shit. So
Wow.
I can't explain it because I'm not the one who developed the nodes, but it's all mathematical equations to make it do what it does. And that's like the procedural part. It's where you get materials and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited to reveal more about that as things come through.
That's cool. Is another follow-up question of that. So with the HDRI, is that file primarily used for like the headset that Creatrix is in, or can you use those files too for like augmented reality, moving your phone around a room? Could that be considered HDRI too, or no?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think
Could you
I don't know.
could you say that again, Valerie?
Yeah, so you know how in AR you move your phone around, but if you're moving your phone around, let's say 360 degrees, then could that be an HDRI file as well, or no? Not they.
Okay, well, let's
Oh,
deconstruct this. When you've got your phone open, what application is open? How are you capturing the room?
With some sort of application that has a camera. I don't know, different
So are
apps.
you making an image? Like what you basically need is you have to have a static image. So if you're talking about creating a video, that wouldn't be an HDRI. It would be a static image that you then, if you're a master, what you will do is you will take the time to make sure that your edges come together in a way that is seamless and interesting. Then, and only then, do you have a proper HDRI.
that's
Coming
true. And you might have to format it too. Like, but I think I see what she's kind of getting at. Like, you mean like a panoramic kind of thing? Because you could take a panoramic photo with your phone and easily convert that into an HDRI because it is going to be that long horizontal kind of rectangle. Technically, it's got to be a rectangle dimension. So
HDRI is like a file format.
Yeah.
That's really that's really the thing.
Yeah.
It's not about what's in the image or how the image is created, but it's just the final file format that one ends up with that makes it an HDRI.
Yeah.
Got it. So then is it primarily used then in the headsets like the Quest and stuff?
It's also used in gaming. You can also use it in immersive experiences. So if you're having a meeting like a Zoom or something like that, And it's like the kind of immersive meeting where everyone's in the same immersive space, and then you're using something like a light box. A couple years ago, it was really popular where people were doing like it was kind of a hybrid, somewhere between being a spatial metaverse and the kind where you're just sitting at your desk. It's kind of a hybrid where everyone's at their desk, kind of contained in their boxes, but all of the boxes are in a world, and that world is an HDRI, and you could use text to prompt, or you could use an image, and it would create the HDRI around you. And that was called, and it still may be up, it's called Skybox.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at it. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I mean, as someone, I'm not an artist, right? Like I put on events to uplift artists, but I always find these things interesting, and the mediums that you use and the files sometimes, especially with this digital side, right? I'm not as familiar. So it's really interesting to kind of know the intricacies and what you can, or, you know, what are some of the limitations that you might have with something like that. But I'm excited to see. So this, so I've seen the Nouns, HDR environment you've used. So with this one, there will be a sun rising and setting. Correct?
Don't forget about the womb.
Oh, and the womb. I'm curious to see how you transition, how that transitions.
Well, Val, let me tell you, through the idea of like the cycles of life, okay, in a human life and in just like the universe's life, right? We're kind of going between both, right? In a human's life, you're gonna be born, and you're, you know, you might have children, so there might be some conception, and so a womb might come into play at some point throughout the life. So that's how there's sometimes, you know, this isn't meant to be like a movie. It's meant to be like a story that's kind of somewhat loosely told. There's a lot being left to interpretation, but there will be a sequence of events. And in the beginning, there's birth and there's sunrise, and, you know, around the middle, there may be some conception and some curiosity and maybe romance.
I hope the romance comes before the conception.
Right. I didn't say it in the right. Okay. You know, maybe not in the order that I just said. Okay, yes, okay. I'm not looking at the list, but yes, there will be things like that, and so, you know, I don't know if the transitions will be so smooth, but they will happen, and transitions aren't always smooth in life. When the Big Bang happened, if you believe that happened, that probably wasn't a smooth process. You know, that probably, you know, there's stuff hit the fan. Metaphorically,
we're still working it out. It's
still happening, right? You know,
bang in progress.
Right, literally bang in progress, because the universe is endlessly expanding in all directions as we speak. So
definitely not smooth.
Let me not get on my soapbox. Let me show you this quick little video that was made by Adabody, which was at the very top of the proposal. If anyone wants to watch this again, I invite you. It's like a minute long, so everybody grab some popcorn and settle in. And scene.
Yay.
Congratulations and thank you for that beautiful video, Out of Body. We're gonna have to come up with another one where we got Danichi and Maximilian in it. My apologies,
sure.
wasn't the editor here. No, but yeah, I think that would be really cool. First things first, we're gonna do a freaking team picture when we see each other.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
that'd be
blast that
great.
Well,
out everywhere.
my favorite photographer will be in town. I've already chatted with her about this. So she's bringing the big
Oh,
camera. Fiona Abud is coming to East Denver, and she's bringing her camera. I've already talked to her about doing a photo shoot for us. I'm paying
Oh,
her in
sick.
Pepe Baggio art
let's go!
and
I
money.
love Fiona.
She'll
Let's
accept
go.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Fiona's the
So
best,
we'll see.
and yes,
Yeah, we're
yes,
gonna
I'm
get a
so
lot of
excited to hear that.
content in Denver too, so that there you
Yeah.
go. We'll have a lot to put that all together.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
got to
for
make
that
sure
one.
she.
So what are you saying?
No, I was just saying. I'm just looking forward to. I'm looking forward to having some pictures of all of us together and her documenting it. Like every time I talk with her, she's like so excited about documenting this experience that we're all creating. So it's going to be really beautiful. I don't know if you've seen her photography before, but she has this amazing way of capturing like that moment where she
Mm,
just gets all the emotion in that moment. So I can already imagine Creatress, Ada, that she'll get some beautiful moments of you and of Danichi and myself and all of us together. It's going to be amazing. And there's nothing more
that's awesome.
wonderful than having somebody who knows you capture you because they just get you.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
True.
agree more. I couldn't, and she has y'all follow her, Fiona Abood. I'm gonna drop her at in the chat. We've collaborated with her before. I've collaborated with her before. I've got a collab out. And she's taken photos of my performances before. Maximilian, you were there the first time that she came out and photographed me, and you did too. You also took some photos with my phone and videos, and so she's been through the whole journey with me for the last few years. She actually hosted me in her studio for NFT NYC. I think it was 22. Like literally offered her studio in New York for me to stay there and like supported me in that way. And she's just amazing. And she's got a open call coming up. We won't say much, but just keep an eye out because she is going to be doing a contest. Maximilian and I are going to be part of it. And so look out for that. And then the other thing about Fiona, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm just super stoked that she's coming. And Out of Body, I was going to tell you, Fiona actually took a time lapse of like our whole performance in Miami. She was there and saw us perform and literally did the time lapse that I posted on my Instagram of us. So yeah, she's just the best. I'm super excited to see her out there, and
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah,
An
yeah,
extraordinary talent in her own right as well. Her art is really phenomenal, as well
yeah.
as her photography. She's also an artist, so definitely give her a follow and check her out. Not only creative, but has things to say. She's an art activist, so she's doing important things that matter
Yes,
to her and all of us. Yeah.
yes. Many props to her. She's an incredible lady, and very much a proponent of women in the arts specifically. All artists, but specifically always down and happy to support women. And that, I mean, how can you not love that?
Yeah,
Um,
she's also super fun.
She's very fun. This is the end of the Fiona Stan segment. The fan club signups, you can direct them to my inbox, and I'll sort you accordingly. Send Tengu for Fiona. Sorry, go ahead.
I had one more question, and probably my last question about your guys' performance. And
Yeah.
forgive me if it was in the proposal, but I didn't see it. But are you guys gonna have someone actually like be on the microphone and story tell? I know you said it's kind of open to interpretation if someone's watching, but I mean, just seeing that video with Out of Body and the violin, and sorry, with the flute, but then also your other friend on the violin, and it just sounds so like spiritual, and so calming. But I just think, I mean, Maximilian has like an amazing like calming voice. I think she'd be great to like be on the microphone and maybe do some storytelling. Like, I don't know, it's just something if you guys want to add in if you don't have it already, but it just sounds like another layer to add to the performance.
Oh, another layer. Oh, beautiful.
That's
What
fun.
a beautiful question. And I completely
Yes.
agree. Maximilian does have a quite a beautiful, calming voice. It makes sense that she is, a singer, so I gotta say, and talk show host. It just makes sense. She's got a radio voice. Yes, to answer your question, yes. Out of body actually, we've been talking, it's not set in stone yet. The script is not set in stone, but there is a script. Out of Body took a lead on the script after we talked about the story. And right now, yeah, so we are going to have narration. It's going to be a pre-recorded soundscape with narration, and we just haven't worked out all the details. That's why I said it's not set in stone. But the part that's set in stone is there will be narration. The part that's not set in stone yet is who will be narrating or how much narration there will be, because as much as I want the story to be part of it and like come across, the flute and the violin sound so good on their own, like you're saying, like it does have a spiritual feeling to it when it's just just the flute. When we did the flute, I had someone say you woke up like the rest of my ancestors in me. Like that's one of the feedback I got. That's some of the feedback I got from our performance where it was just flute. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of like I feel like I'm trying to find that balance, that beautiful delicate balance of like having narration and getting the story across, but also letting the flute and the violin be like the thing that really is like resonating and making your cells jump and remember things. I don't know, Ada, is there anything you want to add there?
Oh yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I think that so far the collaborations we've done, it's been completely without words. I mean, unless you count the lyrics within the music, but particularly when we do a collaboration, it's just the flute and you, and it's like I feel like a lot of it's meant to stand on its own right. And so, even when I put the script together, I was just putting something that we could just boom, just start discussing, take out, or just scrap the whole thing. But, I think it already brought out some great conversation and that, we're like, maybe we should shave off a bit more words, which I actually was completely on board with because, like I said, I think that the more we do it as the art speaks for itself, and then the wording is just more just to kind of, shift the direction to make sure that, or to, kind of, make sure our messaging is being delivered the most effectively. But I feel like at the end of the day that the art and the music kind of should stand on their own and deliver the message with the wording just being like the icing on top to kind of finish it all and complete the feeling. But it's also, I feel like the less words we put in, the more it's open for interpretation where people can go in their own directions with it. So I love that, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. And so yeah, that whole part's going to be pre-recorded, and we're going to figure out, but the idea is just to help deliver the message, especially as we're going from any type of feminine to masculine type of themes, and and going into the different cycles. It's a cool thing to explore. But yeah, it's part of the whole storytelling aspect that we're trying to bring along with this as well. Well, it's a choreographed music and art, and obviously there's going to be things that we're going to be doing spontaneously right there, improv, but to have that that inner message that's like kind of a magic carpet ride kind of guiding the whole thing, but underneath it, I think that having words with that is it would be a really nice touch. So yeah, I'm really excited to do that too. And I've been practicing quite a lot too, and making sure that the set is something that the violin, the flute work really well with together. So I'm already there. As any performing artist knows, is like you practice like the Olympics, where you just put your mindset where you're already at the venue or the place that you're performing, and then you just practice like that, and you repeat what you practice. So if you practice like you're performing in front of like all those people and right there, then that's what you're going to repeat when you're at the actual place. And so for me, I'm like already at the venue. I'm already in Denver, and I'm just like taking on the ice too.
Well, I'm excited. Fingers crossed you guys are almost there. So, anyone watching who is a Lil Noun, go vote now for Lil Eternal Rhythms, is a performance with our guest here and also Denichi. And remind me the violinist's name?
Clayjon.
Clayjon, thank you. I hope to meet him. I have not met him yet. So go vote. And if you don't have a Lil Noun, go, maybe you have a friend, or maybe if you can go share it out, you can go to Creatress's profile. A like and a share and a comment always helps to boost the views and to get the word out there. And so this is actually their second time putting up this proposal. They were so close also the first time. So let's get them over that hump so they get it, because clearly we have so many talented people here and they deserve that platform. They deserve to get the funding and get out there and just keep building on those ideas. We need more love, more of that creativity and art, and showcase it. And so it's so important. And I think at ETH Denver at a Nolcha show is probably one of the best places they can do it. If you've ever been to a Nolcha show, they always have some awesome, crazy entertainment. And so I think this would be a cool addition to their event. So go check it out. But we are over that hour and a half on our show.
How did this happen again?
I don't know.
I'm just fine.
But thank you so much for everyone sticking around. We had 288 people watching on our stream. So Pudgy Penguins, Abstract Team, if you're watching, I mean, we could bring these viewers and maybe get paid in Pengu and ETH and all the good things. So yeah, and if anyone has friends in that team, share out this video, show it to them. We've already sent our links, we've already filled out the form, but
we filled out the form. Just go on and accept it already, guys.
Yes. Yeah. But I would love to open if there's any last words, and then we'll wrap up the show.
I had one thing, a public announcement that I wanted to bring up, that I am officially, me and Nisi, we're together holding it. We are the owners of Little Nouns 8184, which is a super cool frog Little Nouns. Super proud of it. So officially a part of the group now, and hell yeah.
Yay!
Let's go. We do a little onboarding, y'all. We do a little onboarding. Okay.
You do a lil onboarding.
A little.
Oh my God. See, there's so much value even in our jokes. Oh my God. Anyway, that's exciting. I was there when you guys were talking about that. We were so nounish, y'all. Oh my God. So cool. I love it.
Oh, you're gonna make me get a little noun now too. Oh, I feel it.
Val.
I feel like the jokes will be funnier if I have a little noun. They'll be a little funnier. A little funnier.
Lorenzo, we might need to.
Oh my God, I can't. Val, I just have one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Before we all go. Are you coming to Denver?
I know.
She's been on the fence, guys. She's been on the fence.
You're gonna have a little FOMO.
You gotta do it.
I will have a little FOMO for sure.
Don't have a little FOMO and come to the event. Oh, that's a tagline. Oh my God.
And we've talked about this with Creatress, because the performance is on February 28th, so it's not out of the question.
26th,
on the 26th, February 26th. So it's not out of the question for me to make a quick trip to maybe go see this. But me and Keegan are going to be celebrating 10 years together, March 1st. And so we've gone to ETH Denver for the past 2-3 years in a row, and although I love celebrating every anniversary, East Denver, I don't know, this is a very special big one, 10 years
For
together.
sure.
So,
That's
Look,
totally
no
yeah.
understandable.
pressure.
Yeah.
Congratulations, no pressure. But we could possibly, like make an HDRI happy 10-year anniversary if you're gonna show up. Maybe I'll write your a little
That's the
happy
romance they're talking
congratulations.
about.
Yeah,
We could add a little romance. We could add a little romance.
you could have a little romance. You put Val and Keegan on the romance scene. Oh my
We add a
god,
little romance.
dude! Imagine if you
Big old
proposed
picture of you in
to
the
them
center,
and
just a
proposed.
little romance.
Just a little romance.
Yeah, I'm just getting crazy. I'm just getting way
A
out of hand.
little.
Now. Sorry,
Dot, dot,
Keegan.
dot.
Didn't mean to put that pressure on you. No pressure.
Well,
Just saying, we'd like it if
well,
you came. That's all I'm gonna say.
we will see. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we should go there. There's tons, and
Agreed.
there's opportunities for work maybe, and of course the podcast last year. There's layers to this. Met did the first IRL show at East Denver, so it would be kind of cool if we did it again this year. So still on the fence, but we are gonna have to make a decision in the next few days because I know once February hits, the tickets go up on the flights. So
I'll
yeah.
just get them just in case.
Ooh, yes. Out of body. Yes. A sneak
Yeah?
peek. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
yes.
I got it all
What?
set
Live
up. That's
flute?
why I've been practicing. So it's
Little
ready
life
to go.
flute. Little life flute.
Yeah.
Anybody?
A little sneak peek. A
little
little
sneak
sneak
peek.
peek.
All right. So
I'm
this
never gonna
one
live
right
this down.
here is my Native American style flute. Turn it up real quick, and then I'm also gonna turn down my other microphone. So
Okay.
speak through here. I hope you guys can. Can you guys still hear me? Hello? Testing? Hopefully. Oh, I got an idea. I think I have this on. That should be better, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Way
Okay,
better.
cool.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Great. Yeah. So there's a little microphone on my flute, so I'm trying not to have a double miking situation.
Mhm.
But let me just test the audio real quick.
I'm sorry. Did you say a little microphone on your flute?
Yeah, it's pretty little. I gotta get him a pair of noggles, you know.
Oh my gosh, yes.
a little noggle sticker on the
Just
little
a
flute.
one, you know, just for the
Yeah, little
flute.
noggles. That would be perfect, honestly.
That's actually great. I gotta do that. So
I need a little
now I just
popcorn.
activated some effects that are live coming through the little mic, and I'm gonna play you guys a little flute.
Yay.
That's a little sneak peek of what's to come.
Woo! That was a little sneak peek by Out of Body, and just fantastic, amazing. Now just imagine this on a stage with these lovely people here, and just it's gonna be amazing. I mean,
Oh yeah.
thank you so
I'm
much.
excited for the background stuff you're gonna hear too. That's the next level stuff, and then it's gonna be cool.
There's layers to this, y'all. Dude, that
Yeah.
little sneak peek took me to another place for those however long that was. Did you guys feel that? I feel like I was
I was
instantly
back in the room. I was back in the room with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Ada.
Thank
Appreciate
you. Thank you
so
so much
much.
for listening.
Yeah,
Can't
What a
wait
it's
to-
beautiful.
I appreciate that very
Maximilian.
much.
Sorry. Is there any closing words before we close up the room you'd like to share?
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, be good to yourself. One of my friends, shout out to the dude, Bart, he shared something I thought was so interesting. I didn't recognize. Now, the first date I might be a little bit off on, but there's like a specific date. It's like December something through January 22nd. It's like the darkest period of the year, and we just came out of it. So for anyone who's been feel like you've been going through it, going through challenges, wishing things could lighten up, we've just come through the other side, and it's just going to be all up from here, up only. So stick your chin out, stick your chest out, put your best foot out, and just know that you are walking in your full power. Nothing can stop you. And whatever you're looking for, it's looking for you. Let's go.
Let's
Love that.
go. I love that. I love that message. Thank you, Maximilian.
Yeah, thank you for that, Maximilian. Appreciate that.
You are welcome. Up only.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
I love it. Creatress, any words? Any last words? Oh no! Why is it that when I try to go to Creatress,
Creatress is such a
Creatress,
wonderful
an
person.
amazing person.
she's so
all the way
cool.
around,
She's a gorgeous
multifaceted,
smile. She's
you know.
frozen on the
Am
screen.
I back? Am I
She
back?
does have a beautiful smile. I love that smile. Yeah.
Yeah, closing words, just thank you all for being here, for being part of these wild ideas that, you know, seem to come out of my brain, and you know, here we are. I mean, you know, these are all beautiful collabs. This show, this collab we're pitching, everything, and I love it. So thank you for being down. Thank you for being open to it, and yeah, let's go. Let's do more. Come back next week. We're gonna have exciting news to share about how this passed by then, and maybe we'll share another little sneak peek. I don't know.
Another
Stay tuned.
little sneak peek.
Just
And speaking of Lil, so it is the year of the snake, but some may say it's a little dragon. The snake is a little version of a dragon.
This is so true.
And so, happy Chinese New Year's to everyone. To our 306 viewers, thank you so much. The year of the snake, it symbolizes wisdom, spirituality, elegance, and renewal. So I love how it just ties into what Maximilian was saying. And if you've been feeling a little down, well, you know, we're coming out of that darkness. There is renewal. I myself have been going through it the past couple of days, but I'm getting out of it. I'm feeling that process. And so it's just a lot of learning and growing, and yeah, just building these relationships and friendships. So thank you, everyone. Catch us next Tuesday, 1 p.m. On X and YouTube and all the things, and hopefully Abstract. Hopefully you will see us on Abstract as well. But yeah, thank you so much, and have a great rest of the week. Don't forget to eat a taco, pet a toad, and
Tune in
yeah,
next week, or
We'll
watch
see
this again, because there's layers to this Tuesday, guys. We gotta come up with a third thing. We gotta come
yeah,
up
I
with
felt like we did have a third thing. I forgot what it was. I don't know. Pet a toad, eat a taco.
tune into our show.
Tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. on Tuesdays. All right,
Aloha,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
Have a good
Thanks so
one.
much.